Yeah, let's see your
Oh,
sock check.
the sock check?
Bro.
Shout out Wheezy. Wheezy F baby, okay?
Not the
Did you-
Wheezies. The podcast Chisme is not really an hour. Okay, hi everybody. Welcome back to the Chingona Chisme hour, but it's not an hour. It's more like 45 minutes, 48 minutes. But I still don't understand why we call it the Chisme hour.
Because it's in the hour that we're speaking.
Oh, you know what? I want to introduce my special little guest, my
Yes.
beautiful Anissa, my daughter.
Hi, guest.
Oh, hey there, guys.
How you doing?
Good. Woke up bright and early just to be here, guys.
Oh, you know what?
Thank you. Thank
Where-
you for joining us.
I know, Anissa.
It's a pleasure to have you on.
I'm really happy to be here.
This is great.
It's great.
Half of the time, Anissa is like dreading the stuff that I make her do. And I'm just like, Anissa, you're
So
modeling
serious.
today. You're walking runway today. And she's just like, can I go back to sleep? My little cuddle.
But, Mommy, do I have to?
Do I have to? Yeah, so I thought it would be cool to have you on the podcast, Anissa. I do not talk like that, but okay.
Yeah.
Do I really?
When no one's there. That's how you...
She's like, your Pisces energy gives, it's giving.
We're not compatible.
Wait, you know what? It's funny because Anissa's a Gemini and so is Mateo. Mariana's a Gemini. I have a lot of Geminis in my life. I'm just surrounded by Geminis. I don't think we're compatible romantically because that's kind of gross, but like compatibility as far as like friendships and relationships, I think we are very compatible. Just because like I can with
Maneuver
maneuver your
there.
two personalities.
Oh,
Anissa
yeah.
has two personalities.
Do you, Anissa?
Yeah, that's like common. Two...
I only see the wicked one.
two...
She has two different personalities because she's a Gemini. So, like, either she's one way or she's the other. So, you either...
Never both at the same time.
I don't think so, no.
No.
You're just, like, either you're tired and you just want to sleep or you're, like, very outgoing and a lot of fun. You never know which one you're going to get. It's always a surprise. And Mateo's the same way. He's, like...
He's on one.
I think he's growing up.
Yeah.
And he's not, like, putting up with our nonsense anymore.
Mateo, if you're watching, we still love you.
I love you, baby. But, yeah, I wanted you to come on the podcast today because I thought it was really important to have conversations about, like, relationships between mothers and daughters. And also talk about a little bit about mental health. Also, like, your perspective of watching, like, the glow up, as I call it. I always talk about Anissa and how she's really, like, the holder of all of the knowledge of, like, where I started to, like, where we're at right now.
I'm a day one.
She's a day one, for real. The day one. And it's, like, funny because when Anissa was born, she's a rainbow baby. And when she was born, I was just so enamored with the fact that I actually had a child. And two, like, I didn't want to screw her up. And I think that it's, like, every first-time parent's, like, worry is that, like, you don't want to screw your child up. Like, you want to raise, like, the best version of yourself. And you also don't want to make the mistakes that you feel like your parents made with you, with your child. And so I always am so grateful for your grace and mercy as a child, because I know that I make you do things sometimes that you don't want to do. Like, you know, get good grades. And not that it's hard for you to get good grades, but, like, I'm a driver of, like, you should do dual enrollment. Like, you should be going to college. Like, and I know sometimes, is that, like, overwhelming for you or no? Or you're just kind of like, this is what I need to do, or?
Not really. I think everything that I've not wanted to do, I've ended up doing it.
Face your fears, Anissa.
Yeah, even if I don't like I said, even if I don't want to do it or I'm not looking forward to it, I still do it.
Mm-hmm.
And just when I'm finished, I'm finished.
You're cool like that.
Yeah.
She's like, I locked in. I got it done. Now I get to like
What's
reap,
next?
reap the rewards of like, you know, what we've done, you know. And I say we because I fully like support and I'm like there like 100%. You know, I'm checking in. I'm, you know, being that annoying mom like, where are you? And she's like, check my location. And I'm like, no, don't make me check on you. Like, I want you to text me where you're at or what you're doing. Because Anissa just got a car. Actually, she's had a
Yes.
car.
She's had a
I
car
just got
for
my
like,
license not
like
too
6
long ago.
years.
She got a car. I traded in my most prized possession, my black Chevy Silverado High
Kobe.
Country. I miss you, Kobe. But I traded in my truck to buy Anissa this car because
She deserved it.
she deserved this car. And I know it wasn't the Beamer that you wanted, but I know you wanted to be in the Beamer family. So getting you this car to me was just kind of like,
It's pretty smooth.
it was a very proud moment for me because I didn't get my first car until I was 19.
29. She meant.
I
I crashed that one, so you technically didn't have it.
Yeah, I got my first car at 19. Your Thea crashed it, and I didn't get a new car until I was 21. Like, actually, I was 20. I got another car when I was 20, and then I turned 21, and then I got married a few days later to your dad. And then we had you at 20. I was 23. And I kind of feel like we grew up together in a lot of ways. You know, I feel like I was learning a lot of things about myself, but I was also learning like the importance of being someone who's honest. You know, one of my biggest pet peeves as a parent is I hate when people tell my kids something and like, oh, I'm going to take you to the store, or I'm going to buy you this, or I'm going to take you to movies, or I'm going to, you know, take you to amusement park. I don't like that. I don't like when adults tell children things that they don't plan on doing. So for me, it was like I wasn't going to raise Anissa that way. I wasn't going to tell her that I was going to do something that I wasn't going to do. So I always feel like you and I have this like complete trust and understanding that if I tell you I'm going to do something for you, like I'm going to do it.
Tell us the truth. She does it all the time.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, you do. You keep your word, even if it's not like in the exact moment you say it's gonna happen, but it happens eventually. But adding on to what you said with like growing up together, like that's really how it feels. Because for a while, like it really did feel like it was just us,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just went from there.
Yeah.
So
Anissa and Mateo are 5 years apart. So it was just literally just me and Anissa for like the first 5 years of her life. And I think a lot happened in those first 5 years that kind of shaped who you are today and like really allowed your personality to come through. You know, they say like in all the parent books like that your kids, you know, you're able to mold your kids like the first 8 years of their life, and then after that, like that's who that kid is going to be. So when I read that, I was just like, oh my God, I have 8 solid years to like get it right, you know? And so I feel like Anissa, you've always been a cool kid though. Like Anissa didn't fall asleep to like the little lullaby music or anything like that. She fell asleep to like Metallica. Like, like we would get in the truck and we would be cruising down North Main and just full blast Metallica, and this kid would just like
Pop
fall asleep. And I was just like, why does like who does that? Who's like, I was like, this little child of the corn. She's like, I can only fall asleep to Metallica.
well, I'm pretty sure I was like a good kid too.
No,
I think I was chill, and it just stayed the same.
No, you've always been chill. You've always been chill. You've always
Super
been a
chill.
good kid. I don't think you really ever gave me any problems.
With really, really long hair.
Oh yeah, Anissa's
Let's
always
not
had.
forget.
Yeah, Anissa did like the big chop like what 4 years ago.
No, like 6
Oh, okay.
in like 2018.
She
19.
Is that when
basically,
you cut your hair off?
Yeah.
yeah, she basically had like a
Jeez.
buzz cut.
I was like in the 5th grade and I was a victim of the pixie cut.
It looked cute on her though. She looked so cute. But I know her dad was mad. Like he did not talk to me or to her for like a minute because he was so mad at me that I let her cut all of her hair because her hair is like down past her butt. Like, and when she was little, she was like that little girl from that movie, that scary movie, with just like long black hair.
Yeah.
She would show up at the side of my bed and just be looking at me with just like all you saw was head and hair and like a little body, and I was like, bro, like, I think I like screamed one time because I was so scared. She was like, "Mommy, I'm hungry." I'd be like, "Girl, can you like, knock on a door or something?" But she's always had super long hair. She did the big cut, the pixie cut. It looked really cute on you though. I feel like you need to give kids those opportunities in their life to figure out who they are and who they want to be without placing like your own things on your kids. And I think that for me, I've always been an encourager of being bold and being uncomfortable. And I know I've signed up Anissa for some stuff that she probably didn't want to do. Like I signed her up for Girl Scouts.
Girl
How
Scouts
was
was
that?
fun.
You didn't want to do it though.
I'm still like
How many
technically a Girl
boxes of
Scout, you know. My
How many
name's
Girl
in the
Scout
system.
cookies did you sell?
My name's in the system, and I'm not an adult yet.
She's all, I'm gonna put it on my resume for college.
Oh my god.
So tell us, how many boxes of cookies did you
Hey,
sell?
I got top. I was the
Oh,
number
yeah.
one. I
She
sold
was.
cookies out to like Arizona, California, and all
We were living
over
in New York at the time.
Yeah.
So what happened was our cadet Christopher, he was a plebe at West Point, and so Anissa was a Girl Scout at West Point, New York, and she made a video for our friends and family back home so they could use her link and order cookies from her. So I put it on my Facebook page, and I happened to be friends with Christopher's mom on Facebook. And she thought Anissa's like the cutest little thing. And she's like, "Can I share this to the West Point moms page so that our cadets could get cookies?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, no problem." Big mistake. It wasn't a mistake, but you guys, she posted that video, and then within maybe like 30-45 minutes, all we could hear on our phones was ding, 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 ding. I'm not even joking. I think Anissa sold like, what? It was like 2,000 boxes? Was it 2,000?
I don't know. It
It
was
was-
over 100. I don't know about 2,000.
No, it was like 2,000 boxes of cookies. It was a lot of cookies.
Where did that all go?
To the cadets.
Well, I
In their
just remember
bellies.
we would have to order the cookies ourselves, and they would come in boxes, like
Like
big
a truck
packaging.
full of cookies. And it pissed off all of the moms because they were like, "That's not fair." Like, she went on social media and it's like, "Girl." And her troop leader was like, "Well, she thought of it first. Like, she did it. It's there. The cookies are ordered. There's nothing we can do." So Anissa had like a month that her and Daniel would set up and just pass out cookies to these cadets. They would have to come pick up their cookies. And after Anissa got a little badge because she sold all those cookies. And I was like, "See, girl, you didn't even want to be in the Girl Scouts." You also met Isabel, your little best friend.
Well, we were in elementary school together.
But you guys
too.
weren't really friends, like, before you did Girl Scout,
Because
were
we
you?
were like, we came into West Point at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Like, so we were both new.
Aw. But that's really, like, where you guys...
Yeah,
like,
we
your-
both did Girl Scouts together. Like, when we did the camping trip, we were together too.
You were so excited for that.
It was fun.
Also, something you didn't want to do, because I remember you were scared, and you were like, "I don't know."
I thought I was gonna die. Like, I brought an inhaler because I was like, what if I have an asthma attack out here? But it was really fun.
Anissa's like my little anxious child who's always like scared or like worried, and we have to like walk her off the ledge and just be like, "It's okay. Like, just go out there and do it. But what has that like taught you? Because I know that you watch me do stuff, and I know you're always like, where are you going? Or like, what are you doing now? And it's just like having that example. How is that to you? Like, does that empower you to do things that make you uncomfortable, or does it make you kind of be more fearful? Like, why are you?
I don't think so, because, like, when I see you, like, do things you don't really want to do, or you talk about how, like, you're not as excited, you go out with a brave face and act like you're so excited. Like, you give your 100%. So I think for me, that's why, like, I'm okay with doing things I don't want to do, because it's, like, at the end of the day, like...
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, exactly. So it's chill.
Yeah. No, I always do that. I always think that if there are things that are happening or that you have to do or be like involved in or like have been asked to do something, I always feel like you can moan and complain or like, you know, have a undecisive heart about something, but if you commit yourself to doing something, like you have to go out and, like you said, give 100%. Like you have to decide that, you know what, I'm just gonna give this my all. I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show out, because at the end of the day, when you do stuff like that, I feel like it's not really about you. It's about like who it's gonna benefit, or who, you know, who is gonna get an opportunity to shine because you're doing something in like collaboration with them. And so I feel like if you're gonna commit yourself to do something, you should always give 100%. And the reward is that, you know, you raise a bunch of money, or like something becomes successful for somebody else, or even in your case, like now you were top selling Girl Scout cookie and girl, and like it just taught you a lot, like how to navigate life in a different way. But I think that sometimes that also comes like a lot of pressure being the oldest, right?
Yeah.
And I tried really hard not to put that on you. I tell your Thea all the time, I'll randomly start crying, like thinking about how you're going to graduate next year. Because I think about like, you're closer to an adult than you are to being like a small child. And that scares the bejesus out of me.
Yeah. Pretty scary, Anissa.
Here she comes with the 2 words again. Like,
Just listening to you guys is like music in my ears.
Bro.
It's like heaven.
did you eat an edible before you came on?
I'm going to sleep, yo.
You guys, there's a never a dull moment.
Is this recording?
Bro. This is rehearsal.
Oh.
She's like, where am I?
Where am I?
Anissa, how has it been growing up with me and your Thea together? Honestly.
Don't sugarcoat it either.
It's also been good. I remember I was very persistent about having you come out here and move with us too. Because I remember my mom had gone off the phone and she was like, oh, your Thea's gonna, like, she might have to come move out here. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, have her come. Because,
And
like,
now I'm so mean to you, huh?
yeah.
She's like, yeah.
No. But yeah, it's just because, like, it would just be visits.
I know.
And just, like...
She would be so sad when you would leave. She'd be like, it's quiet.
Oh, dang. Gotta turn up for the one time.
For the one time, for all the time. What are you talking
Every
about?
day.
I know. We'd come out here and party for like the last 5 years before I actually moved out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been quite a journey, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
And then, like, you growing up with Baby J. I remember, like, her leading him around. Baby J's always been, like, 5 feet tall. I think he was born, like, 4 feet tall. Like, and sometimes I look at her and I'm like, how the hell did that person come out of you?
He was regular weight, 8 pounds, 1 ounce, like 20 and a half inches long.
And
Everybody just automatically assumes he's just huge. Yeah.
Because he was huge, like, the next day.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like you put him in the bathtub and those little things that expand. That is what happened to Baby J. He just like, Phew. But I remember Anissa and like Baby J when I was going through chemo and I was sick, and she came to visit me, and she took them to Santa Cruz to the boardwalk. And Anissa was so worried that he was gonna get lost at the boardwalk because she'd gotten lost. Her dad lost her.
So
Like literally, he lost her at the boardwalk. I will never forget that phone call. He called me on the phone. And he's like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "What happened?" And he's like, "I can't find the baby. I don't know what happened. She got away from me." And I was like, "You better find my kid." Like, I was literally so sick. I was going through chemo too, and I was just like, I cannot lose my child. Like,
Anissa was probably on the rides.
No, she did the right
popcorn.
thing.
No, the thing that what had happened. Okay, so what had happened was me and my dad went to the bathroom, and at the boardwalk there's like all the rides, and then from like on the other side is like the arcade, like the big area. And so we had gone inside to go use the restroom. He had to use the restroom too, but he didn't take me in there with him because I was already like a bit bigger, so I could use the restroom by myself. So he went in the restroom and I went in the restroom, and I came out and I didn't know where he was, and I was so little, so I was like, oh my god, he left me. So I went down and I was walking around and I was like, my dad's not here. So like then I ended up like I was getting really stressed out, and I just sat against the wall and I started crying.
Oh,
And this like couple came up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, like what's wrong? Like they were an older couple too. They were so sweet, but they were like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, I can't find my dad. I don't know where he went. And so they were just like, okay. And like they found security, and we were just like walking around, and they were like, okay, where's the last place you saw him? And I was like, at the bathroom. So we went up to the bathroom. My dad was still there. Like he was like he came out the like I guess I finished first. So then he came out and he was just standing there.
Phone.
He was just standing there, like looking at the bathroom, expecting to see me there. And like, so I just like walked up to him and stood next to him, and I looked up at him and I didn't say anything. And this like security guard and the couple came up and they were explaining everything. And then I think shortly after that we left.
Yeah.
Was that scary for you?
Yeah, because I was like really stressed out. I was like, oh my gosh, he left. Like, should I go back to the parking lot? Like, what do I do?
Aww,
So
poor baby.
I got lost at Walmart once.
And then probably got your head knocked off when your mom found you.
She did. I
Yeah.
just sat on a little bed and like cried. And the lady walked up to me and she's like, "What happened?" And I was like,
You see the
find
difference?
my mom.
When you get lost, it's okay for you to get lost. But when we get lost, we get in trouble for it.
Yeah. And she like called my mom over the intercom. My mom walked up and like didn't even say like hi or I'm okay. She literally just walked up to me and slapped me like in front of the lady. And I was just like, bro, I just had the most traumatizing experience of
Did you get that pep talk like before you went into any store? Like, if you walk away from me and you get lost, I'm gonna blah 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 blah.
Yeah, don't
Then
ask for nothing.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like our parents like
Are wild. You think we're wild? No, our parents are buck wild.
I don't understand like the disconnect though. Like, and I've asked my mom this. I'm like, what happened to you? Like, because I grew up with my grandmothers, and my grandmothers were the sweetest, like kindest ladies. Like, and these are like educators, and these are like elders like in our communities that people look up to, that come to their house like asking for prayer and like all of the things, and just like the sweetest ladies. And then there's our parents. And I'm like, what the hell happened to you? Like, why are you so mean?
aren't your parents like baby boomers?
No, our grandparents were baby boomers. They're the generation
I
that
thought
came.
Nana was a baby boomer.
No, they're the generation that came after the baby boomers. So yeah, and I'm just like, bro, like when you got lost, I'm like in tears, like crying because there's nothing I can do. And when I get lost, like I get slapped.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, like that was the important thing about being a parent, was not treating you
That way.
I was treated, because for me it just caused a lot of trauma.
Hell, at that point, I was scared of going to the damn store.
I'll stay home.
Just leave me in the car.
I know, right?
Yeah, just go get what you need, and I'll be right here when you come back. Just like this.
I know. So it's like I can't do anything bad that you're gonna see is bad, so I can't get in trouble. But I feel like with you, Anissa, I didn't spank you when you were a baby. Like, I didn't have to.
I've never seen Anissa get a spanking.
I just would. She's the kind of kid that, like, you could just raise your voice at, and she's like, and you know, have an internal come to Jesus with herself.
We should start spanking her now.
I think if I have been like punished in that way, it was when I was older.
Yeah,
But-
I did spank her like 2 years ago, and that was really weird. Cause she's 16 now. I spanked her when she was like 14.
Do you remember that?
She did something really mean to the babies. I don't know if it was Mateo or if it was Danielito.
Do it again.
I think
They deserve it. Whatever happened, they deserved it.
No, she hit. I think she hit Mateo, and she hit him
No.
really hard, or she did something. She did something enough to upset me to think that she needed to be spanked. So I went
let's
in.
get this clear, guys. Anissa's the type of kid that if you mess with her and mess with her bad enough, she's gonna react in a way that it's
For
gonna
us,
throw
seems
you off
strange.
guard.
Yeah, it seems strange to us because she's so chill all the time.
Yes. She's just a straight driven person that if you knock her off whatever path she's walking on, she's gonna knock your head off.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna like it.
She's snarky too. You are snarky.
Are you snarky?
What does that mean?
You're snarky. Like, you'll just, like, your clapbacks. Like, you're with the clapbacks and
Like-
the snarkiness. Like,
Hey,
you'll do or say
guys.
something and she'll be like, what? Like, she'll side eye you. She's a professional side eyer. I know I walk out sometimes wearing something that I think looks cool, and she's like,
Where are you going with
I'm
that
not
on?
judgmental. I
girl,
don't judge.
girl, you were talking about my socks earlier.
Girl, because why are they so high?
Let's see. Let's check this out, guys.
You guys, you never know when you're going to
Oh
get
my
sock
gosh.
checked.
Sock check through the ripped jeans.
You never know.
That's crazy work. Go
Girl,
ahead
bye.
and say
Hey,
it.
you know what? The higher the sock, the downer the full. Okay?
Crazy work.
That's not what's in right now.
I don't care what's in. Like, this is 90s. If
That's
you
how
wear
she
creased
was
dickies at any
raised.
time in your life, you know about the high socks. So, but see, she's side-eyeing me right now. She's like, girl, bye. She's all with the ripped jeans. Girl, bye.
Told her she should have just wore regular jeans.
I should have, but these are so comfortable. Danielito actually picked out my outfit today. He was like, can I pick your clothes and your
Let's
shoes?
do an outfit of the day, shall we?
Yeah, I got my ripped. Are these like Fashion Over Shein
Fit
jeans?
checks.
And then this is my Us & Co sweater. This is like the softest sweater I've ever worn in my life. I'm serious. It's like, it's like a cloud on your body.
Really soft, guys.
Bro.
Not everyone is lucky enough to get this close to this sweater. Yeah. Thank you, Us & Co. This is wonderful.
Us & Co is actually a poly-owned, indigenous-owned company by my friend Joe and Amanda. You're goofy, bro.
What did I do?
What did I do?
Wait, it's time for Thea's fit check.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into
Uh-huh.
it. This is OOTD of the day, okay?
Okay.
We got, the Lauren Goodday. Shout out Lauren Goodday for this, tough sweater we got going on. Her newest collection creation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know my little things I got going on. These little North Face, because it's cold as hell out here in Las Cruces.
It is not that cold.
It's like bipolar
I'm
weather.
dying out here. Then we
Which-
got the Yeezys, Do we mess with Kanye West or we don't?
Low key.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see your
Look.
sock
The
check.
sock check.
Bro.
Shout out Weezy. Weezy F baby, okay?
Not the Weezys.
Did you want to see the Lil Wayne?
Sock
Weezy
Be
check.
careful what you ask for, okay?
Wheezy F baby
And the
sock.
F stands for fly baby. Careful what you ask for, okay?
Yeah, at least she's not wearing her weed socks. She was wearing her weed socks last week.
It did. Had you fooled the whole
She's
time.
like, I had you fooled.
Yep.
But no, I think
We gotta do Anissa.
I know, Anissa. Let's see your
Let's see
fit
your
check.
This is the calm little fit.
Yes.
I have on my Converse.
That
I
are like
have-
5 years old.
These are from my birthday, actually.
The ones before that were 5 years old.
They were a little busted.
They were my shoes that I passed down to you when I was in junior high school.
Yes. And these are thrifted men's Gap jeans. And then this is H&M.
Let's see your socks.
Oh no.
Sock check, fool.
My crew socks.
She's on my crew socks. Your dad might be disappointed. Anissa's dad is like an old school cholo. Yeah, I don't think he's ever changed his style. Either he's like dressed like a cholo or he's a Mexican cowboy. And Anissa looks just like him. We should have probably named her Miguela.
Twin.
Yeah, they literally
Where
look
have you been?
they literally look just alike. So when she was
Yeah.
born, I was like, bro, I was so sick the whole time I was pregnant with her, and I was just like, why don't you look anything like me? But no, she looks like her Michoacan Puripecha family. And I always tell people like
She's
Anissa's
beautiful.
she's gorgeous. I always tell her she's like the most indigenous one in our whole family, and like I don't know, her little 5% Spaniard came out and her skin tone, and she's always like, I want to be darker, and I'm like, no, you're so beautiful.
Yeah, I wanted to like, cause all my siblings, I'm the lightest one, and like 2 of them are literally half white, so they ended up being darker than me.
Hey.
It's okay.
But it's
that indigenous blood just runs thick, baby.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're still gorgeous, my love.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With them pretty lashes.
I know.
Thank
So
you.
the Anissa lashes and the Cheyenne lashes are literally like 3D images of Cheyenne and Anissa's actual lashes. So I think like when I put them on, or like when someone buys them, I'm like, I think it's kind of cool that they're actually like getting a version of what your real life lashes look like. And I think like being a beauty brand owner, and why I built the company and why I started it was because I wanted you to be able to see yourself included in what the definition of beauty was, you know? And I know that you've had a journey with that, like accepting yourself, like how you look, and being like really proud. And I think that you and I have had a lot of conversations about, you know, our ancestors and what they looked like, and showing you pictures, and like just encouraging you to walk in like the power that is you, because you look like them. And when I want you to be part of like the campaigns and stuff, and you're like, I'm good. And I'm like, why? You're like literally the most beautiful like girl that I know, so like why wouldn't you want to be included? But I think that it's probably just something that all teenagers go through. I know that I had phases where like I wanted to have blonde hair.
I think it's more in girls than it is boys, though.
Yeah, because Mateo don't give two shits about how he looks.
Baby J either. Like, if he wants to look fly, then he'll put something fly on. If he wants to look bummy, then he'll go to school bummy, and he don't even care.
Yeah, Mateo too. He does not care.
Holes in his socks. I mean,
Yeah.
Mateo knows he's gorgeous though. Like he'll play with his hair, his long hair, and I'll tease him. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna cut your hair, and he's like, no, you're not. Like, you know, I'm a native. Like, this is how my hair is gonna look, and I'm just like, I did my job. Like, be proud. So like now with Danielito, with his hair journey, he's growing his hair out, and Cheyenne's always had long hair. I think that like acceptance of self is so important in our community and in our children. And so I think that telling your kids every day that they're beautiful, or that they look good, or like just really solidifying to them that one, they're your children and they're made in your image, and two, that they have a long line of ancestors behind them who all of their hopes and dreams are literally embedded in your DNA. And so you walking in the power of who you are is so important. And I know that there were times where I think I was driving that message to you because I was feeling fear as a parent that like my kid didn't feel good, or that you were having like a journey within yourself of accepting yourself, that I hope I wasn't pushing it too hard. But I feel like maybe 2 years ago, like it was a breakthrough for you to just start to really walk in like who you are and see yourself.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, everybody has their phases,
They do,
and
for sure.
yeah,
I thought I was a
mine.
boy.
Yeah, mine lasted quite a
did.
while, and but I don't know. I don't like. Yeah, it's embarrassing, but it helped me like figure out who I am and what I want to like represent, I guess
Yeah.
you could
So
say.
what would you tell like people your age, like to encourage them to just help them through like whatever it may be they're going through, like as far as trying to accept them for who they are, what their image, like
Just
what would you tell them?
just walk through it. Like
There you
just
go.
be yourself and do what you want to do and present and represent and speak and just put out energy that you want to put out. And if you figure out that that's not what you want to do, who cares? Because it's you. It is you. And no one can say anything. You can literally do whatever you want.
Literally.
I think that like she's come such a long way, because just hearing her say that, like that's not who she was 2 years ago. I think that I spent a lot of time just like telling her that it was okay for her to change her mind.
Right.
And I think that we live in a culture right now, like, cancel culture is like the worst thing that, could ever happen to a person, and I don't believe in that. And I think cancel culture comes from this thought that you can't change your mind or that you can't grow. And so I would always tell Anissa, like, if you're not happy with who you are right now, then change it. If you're not happy with, your hair, go get a haircut. She's always telling me, like, please stop messing with your hair.
You do need to stop.
Girl, I love doing stuff to my hair. Like, if I'm in a mood or something, I'll just, cut my hair, dye my hair.
Don't do it.
She's like, don't do it. But it comes from that freedom of knowing that, like, if I'm not happy with something, I can change my mind, and I could change my hair, and I can change my likes, and I can change the music that I listen to, and I can change the people and the friends that I hang out with, because I have autonomy and I have, the freedom to do that within myself. And so I thought that driving that home for you was really, really important. And I'm really proud that I wasn't someone who always tried to control what you wore or what you looked like. I think that giving you the freedom of figuring out yourself is a gift that every parent should give to their children. And, even I would call you and I'd just be like, I don't know if I'm making the right decisions. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing by Anissa, or if I'm doing the right thing for any of my kids. And you're just kind of like, always encouraging me. Like,
gotta let them.
Yeah, you just gotta let them. I'm not gonna let you do out of pocket things. Like, I'm not gonna let you go, if you're like, I want to be a 1996 rapper who slangs drugs. Like,
Oh, did I tell you guys Baby J's asking me for tattoos?
oh, Anissa wants a tattoo.
Do you want a tattoo?
I wanted a tattoo.
Oh, not
But
anymore.
now my brain developed just a little bit more.
Her frontal lobe developed a little bit.
Not completely, but it's starting. And I don't know.
Like,
It's
are you
like-
having mixed feelings about them, or?
Yeah, because I also like I have nothing on my skin,
Right.
so it's like,
You're pure.
yeah, it could stay that way.
Not
it could
me.
be a flex.
Tat me up, baby.
Like, I'm in this
Get
generation,
Billy
I
in
don't
here
have a
right
tattoo.
now. I love tattoos. I've always loved tattoos. I went and got a tattoo on my 18th birthday. When she was like, I want a tattoo, I was like, all right, cool. Let's just not tell daddy. Let's get a little one, like something that we can hide. And then she was like, no, I changed my mind. I was like, all right,
They're
cool.
painful.
Like, they're not. I love them.
They're painful.
You know when I'm going through something, because I go get a tattoo. I think it's just like for me, it's deeper than just having something on you. For me, it's just like you're commemorating something or that pain that you feel that like you can't get it out of you. I get it when I tat something on myself. Like that's a
You know you're least likely to get kidnapped because you have like a bunch of tattoos.
I know. Like she can be identified.
Yeah.
Can we identify the body? No, just kidding. Yeah. I think what advice would you give me as a parent? Cuz I always ask you. I'm very conscious about like my parenting. I ask Anissa often. Anissa, like, do you think I'm a good mom? And I think that for me is just something that I never got asked. And
We weren't allowed to ask questions. We weren't allowed to give answers. We were just on mute for 18 years.
shit, longer than that.
I'm still on mute. I'm 40 years old.
I was just like, I'm 40 years old. No, I have to wait to be with my mom to know if she's in a good mood before I start asking questions or
Not
like
me. The minute I walk through the door, sit down.
roll my Ariana Grande shirt.
I'm done.
Anissa doesn't like it that we're like cool. She's like, what?
Like it's
Bro, you always say this. Like,
It's because you
What am I
make fun of
doing?
us. You make fun of us,
Yeah.
Issa.
We're not allowed
Especially-
to talk like you guys.
I know.
Cap.
Bruh. we
That's
literally
OD.
have
imposters.
She's like, I was trying to explain to these kids that we invented slang. Like, our generation invented slang. And the other day when they were like, oh, I'm tweaking or I'm about to crash out, I was like, why are you going to sleep? Like, it's 6:00. And she's like, no, I'm going to crash out. And I was like, yeah, you're going to go to sleep, right? And
No.
she's like, no. And I was like, what is that? And then someone said something like, oh, I'm tweaking or they're tweaking or something. I was like, who's tweaking?
Let's talk about the Riz on live. So the word came up, Riz. I was talking on TikTok live with people, TikTok and Instagram. And we were going over words, and I was like, yeah, my son used the word Riz. And I was like, oh, and they were trying to explain what Riz was to me.
Trying to use it in a sentence.
Okay, so you use Riz like this. So I could walk up to a guys and be like, hey, what's up? Like, let's Riz. That's rizzing, right?
No!
Riz is like an...
It's a definition
It's not a noun.
of a person. Like, the Rizzler. Like, who'd you call the Rizzler, Nisa? Did you call Louis the Rizzler?
Like a long time ago.
Oh, my goodness.
The Rizzler.
Yeah.
So they were basically telling me, long story short, you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like something I could go buy.
You can't
or-
develop it.
It's not like a noun.
Do you
It's
think
not
I
a
have
person,
Riz,
place.
Anissa?
Do you have Riz?
Yeah.
I don't know, do you?
Well, I just showed you what Riz was to me, and you...
Oh, like, can we Riz?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Actually,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
no.
when I go out in public and I'm like, hey, what's up? Would you
Let's
like to
Riz.
Riz with me?
No. Don't.
Oh, my God.
What is it, E-Man?
For charisma, that's where it comes from.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Just call me Charisma. Now.
E-Man. He's like, you people, I'm done with you. No, I'm seriously like, we had to
Stay with us, guys.
stay with us. Stay with us, okay? No, I literally had to Urban Dictionary, like, what crash out meant now.
Skibbity toilet.
Oh, yeah, skibbity toilet. I cannot with the skibbity toilet. Like, I was just, you know what? I draw the line.
What is that, E-Man?
No, it's brain rot.
It's brain rot.
Oh, my goodness.
Danielito. You guys, Danielito's here because he literally ran into
He crashed out.
He crashed out into a light pole.
He started tweaking.
No, it was a tetherball pole.
It was a tetherball pole, and my baby's eye is like closed, and it's all night. I couldn't sleep last night actually because I was
Yeah, 'cause
worried.
I'm like, hey, take him to the hospital. Oh,
No.
it's just a goosebump egg or whatever.
My EMT skills came into play, and I was just watching him. And I woke up at like 3. I wake up at 3:30 like clockwork to go pee every single night. It's my circadian rhythm. I don't know what it is. But like clockwork, if somebody wanted to talk to me, they could call me or text me or come to my room at 3:30. I'm awake. And it's because I go to the restroom. But after I was done, I was like, let me go check on my baby. So I went over there and I checked on him. And all you see is like this big old
Blue.
bola like on his eye. And today he woke up. He's like, I am not going to school because
He's like self-conscious.
he's not just self-conscious about it, but so many kids talk to him and he's like, well known in school.
Well, yeah, he's self-conscious. He
He's
doesn't
like,
want people to
I
see
don't
him
want
like
people to
that.
see me like this. So I let him stay home because I was like, you know what? I've been there, homie. Like, I had a bad acne breakout when I was 15. My dad made me go to school. And I was like, you know what? Bye. But
Bye,
the-
Felicia.
yeah, bye, Felicia. But yeah, it's just, I think that,
We got a customer.
is it a customer?
No, they're looking for
Danielito,
Dave.
turn it down.
Hi, is this Dave's? Well, let me look in here then.
No, like that was strange. He actually thought like you
Were
guys
you
were lying or
lying?
something.
Yeah. He thought you were lying or something. He's like, well, let me just look in there.
Maybe because all brown people are liars.
He's like,
'Cause we
did,
don't live
did
on the
Dave get
res.
kidnapped?
Yeah.
You gotta live on the res.
I know. Okay, well, let's finish our podcast by going to the Chingona Chisme Hour form.
Did we get any?
We did. Do you have them, Leo? My laptop died.
Bro.
I was like trying to pull it up right now, and my laptop died.
Did it?
He's like, I don't have them. Let me go into it. Oh, now we want to get a phone
dang.
call. Danielito, answer the phone.
Danielito,
Danielito, answer the phone.
bring me the phone. It's in the window.
Bring it over here.
Yeah, it was like funny. Hello.
Sorry, I pulled up the wrong spots.
Oh,
That's okay.
Does that happen?
Again.
all the time.
Yeah.
If it's not people,
Just bring it over here.
It's
It's
on the
on
window,
the
baby.
window.
My poor
if
baby.
it's not, from the windows to the walls. Okay.
Hello. So we have an anonymous form on the Chingona Chisme Hour, link in our bio. If anybody ever wants to submit questions, a chisme, or if you just have like a story that you want to share with us, they're all anonymous. We don't collect your emails or anything like that, but we got quite a bit of submissions on this. And the newest question was, I have chisme. So the chisme is, I heard that the indigenous TV votes for sexiest native alive was rigged and that Philip Bread actually won. Do you remember that? Like a week or two ago, Indigenous TV did like the sexiest native
Oh, yeah.
alive and you got to vote and stuff. I don't think it was
Yeah.
rigged, but Philip is actually a really good friend of mine and he is so handsome. But all of the guys that were like in the running are so handsome. And they're such good men too. Like they are great examples like in the native community and they do great things. So that was their chisme. If you think that it was rigged, send us a comment. But Che Jim actually won. Angelita's brother won.
Do I know him?
Yeah. He's the one that makes like all the cool like TikToks. Angelita reposts him all the time.
I have to go look. Man, we got so much stuff going on.
Okay. It's story time. This one time
When we were at band camp.
this one time at bank. No, so this is a newer one. I'm pretty sure this had to do like this was over the holiday. She says, "Can you pick up Danielito's audio?"
Just barely. Like, it's okay.
Okay. I was like, "Can you pick up Danielito's audio?" He's still over there watching Mr. Beast.
Carnito, turn it down.
He's like, "Okay." He turns it up. Okay. So over the holiday, I was on my res and my auntie made Navajo tacos. And I walked away and said, "This tastes more like a Belagana taco." And she hasn't talked to me since.
Bro.
Do you know what a Belagana is?
Is that like
It tastes like a Belagana taco.
is that like a some sort of like turtle or something?
No. So the Dene, the Navajo people, like Belagana is like a white person, like a white woman. She said they taste like Belagana tacos.
Girl.
So she says that her auntie hasn't talked to her since.
Girl, bye.
I had an auntie who thought she could cook and she could not. And I think that happens in every family, right?
Yeah, like cooking to them is like get a frozen meal and like throw it in the oven or, you know, defrost some like cheese sticks and you just fry them. And I don't have any of that.
She's
in my
like, that's
family.
not cooking.
No.
I had a Navajo taco once.
It was bomb, huh?
It was over there on Moment.
Oh, at that restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Is that how? Is that
yeah.
Authentic?
It's authentic. They're Navajo, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it called?
I don't remember what it was called.
It starts with an R. It's over there in the it's in the same building as excuse me.
Chick-fil-A.
It's in the same building as Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Like the same area.
Oh, okay.
No, but that is like
I'm
an
gonna have to go check it
authentic
out.
Navajo
It was
taco.
really good.
Yeah,
was
they're
like,
really
wow.
good.
I was like,
No, you put a little bit of beans, some meat in there,
Lettuce, tomato.
lettuce,
cheese.
tomatoes, cheese. I always take my salsa and put salsa on top of it. But no, I think that's like the ultimate insult to tell someone that their Navajo taco tastes like a Belagana taco. Here's the last one. I have a question. What is your opinion about the indigenous beauty community? I hear that it can be a very toxic place with PRs fighting, beauty brands fighting, and people coming out of pocket when it comes to amplification of other indigenous makeup artists and beauty brands.
Well, first things first. We have a zero tolerance for any of that kind of negativity. So, yeah. I mean, we hear it, we see it, we don't feed into it.
Yeah.
It's not for us.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I mean, I know it's out there. I know
For
it
sure.
happens. I know it happens because before I became a beauty brand owner, like I was an influencer and I would see like how clicky and stuff it would be. And it didn't feel good. Like it didn't feel good that instead of people amplifying each other and like navigating a space that really wasn't for us, instead of like people banding together. And I know Anissa remembers this. I would cry sometimes. I would cry at like how negative and
People are
ugly
just
people
mean.
were. But you know what? A lot of that, once I started going to like counseling and I started going to therapy, a lot of it just has to do with the unhealing of the person that's causing all of that. And it was really hard for me to accept that because I thought that people were just like ugly in general with their attitudes or the things that they did. But it's not that. I had to learn how to not take it personal because at the end of the day, like it has nothing to do with me. It
Right.
has to do with that person. And so when I started the brand, I was just always really steadfast in the decision that I wasn't going to feed into that and I was going to make a safe space because Prados is a safe space for a lot of people from a lot of subgroups. And we make
everyone,
we make
actually.
products for everyone, but you're going to come here and you're going to learn about Native and Indigenous people. And if you're a part of the LGBTQ2 spirit community, I'm very, very protective of that community. And so people are often like, how come you delete comments or why do you filter comments? And I'm just like,
Because we're allowed to.
right. And you're not going to come here and be ugly and like make a comment and cause somebody to spiral, and ultimately, like, sometimes people will take comments and criticism in a very difficult way, and unfortunately, like, you could be the reason that somebody's not here tomorrow, and I don't want to be responsible for that. Social media is a beautiful place.
It should be a beautiful place.
It should be a beautiful place, but sometimes,
unfortunately,
yeah.
people get carried away with it. So if you think you're gonna come on Prado's Beauty, let's set this straight for the record and roast our beautiful people, our culture. You better think again, because we will delete, block, and decease all of you guys.
She's like, everybody.
Yes.
You know,
And we know when you guys do things and try to go on our little website and give a bad review. We know. We
Yeah.
put two and two together. So then you send your auntie, your grandma, no, we know we're on to you guys. So Prados is a safe space for everyone.
Yeah. And I would say, like, if that's happening to you and you're a part of that, or you hear about it, or you know people are involved in it, you should be rest assured that that does not just happen in the beauty community. That's probably happening in their personal lives. Like, they probably always have drama. They're probably always causing, like, you know, discord or whatever. You just got to cut those people out. And I think that for me, the hardest part was when it happens in your own family, and just like having to cut yourself out of that. And I think that I've been a big advocate, not just as a person or a business owner or as a friend, but also as a mother. I have really driven home to Anissa, like, negativity begets negativity, and like the kind of friends that you keep and the environments that you're in, and if you stay in that, that's like what you're gonna be a part of. So I always tell Anissa that, like, we're protectors. Our family, like, even when you were in, like, now that you're in school and stuff, I always, like, you know, taught you not to bully people, and not that you ever did, but like to be the one that protects the people that get bullied. And I think that you've always done a great job of that. So, girl.
You just have to stay sweet.
Yeah, you just have to stay sweet.
Stay sweet.
Stay sweet.
And kind.
Yeah. I think you get further ahead in life being that way, honestly. Just because people are going to know the type of person that you are. If you're kind and you're sweet and you're gentle and you're loving and you're accepting, like, I think you're going to have a better outcome in life. Would you agree, Nisa?
Yeah, it looks better within your self-image and how people look at you.
I think you're big on that. You're big on how you see someone, like, whether or not, like, you want to talk to them, like, you just observe them and you watch, like, are they cool? How do they carry themselves?
Yeah.
I think you're, like, a good reader about that, too.
I try.
Yeah.
She's like, I try. No, but I think also too, like, don't let people take your kindness for weakness, you know. And that's something that I think people think sometimes. They think that because you are kind and because you are gentle or you are loving or you're caring and kind, like, I think sometimes people will take your kindness for weakness, and I'm one to be like, nah, baby, you got it mixed up. Like, you get on my bad side, it's really hard to come back from that. And I'm a person that gives people, like, 1s and 2s and 3 chances.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
I am. I think I do. I think I'm good about that, but
What do you think, Anissa?
you don't think so?
No. I think once someone...
You're one and done.
Yeah, if you mess up bad enough,
Say we know.
never again.
It has to be
We know.
bad though. Like, if you bad royally mess up, like, I'm done.
Shake your head, Anissa.
Yeah, I'm done. Like, I don't mess with you. That's one thing. But if you're, like, apologetic,
Shake your dreads. Shake your dreads. Shake your dreads.
if you're apologetic and you're like, you know what, I really screwed up and I'm really sorry, I'll give you another chance. It's really hard to get a third chance from me. After a while, I'm just like, nah, you just want to mess up. Like, you just want to be goofy. And I don't have time for that. Like
She's got all the time, y'all.
no, I don't have time for goofiness. So I would say that's my advice. Just kind of stay clear from it. If you know that's what's happening, like just remove yourself. Go find other people that you can be involved with. Because there's a lot of good people out there who do makeup and are in this community, and I know that for a fact because they're my friends. So, but yeah. Well, guys, the Chingona Chisme hour has come to an end, and this might have been an hour.
It's an hour.
Emad's like, it was an hour. We hope that you guys were entertained. We hope that you guys learned something. We hope that you are walking away with fulfillment of whatever it was that you were seeking out of the day today. I would thank our crew, Leo, E-Man. What were you going to say, Leo? He's like, I'm not going to say nothing.
Well, a long time ago. Like
Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, you guys. We already have
and they're like,
over 100 views on our first podcast.
They told my parents,
Yeah, and then we
I
have
haven't even
like
got to
And
like
they're
really
like-
look at it.
Yeah, we
my
have like
parents were
18
like, "Oh, that sounds
subscribers
like
last
amazing."
time we
I'm like,
checked.
have goats.
Our
We know what
video
goats
on
sound like.
social
They do not
media
sound
on the
like that.
Chingona Chisme, our
I know what a
Instagram
mini
got
goat
over
sounds
like
like.
1,200
Goats
views
don't
the
sound
last
like
time
that.
I checked.
Like,
So-
legit.
You know why?
Bruh.
Why?
Because you're toxic.
You know what? I'm gonna need you to stop, bro. Like for real. They're gonna be like, why does she keep saying that? Is it true or what? Or not?
Like, blink twice for help.
Even.
No one's ever gonna get to see that.
Eman, do your sheep or what is it? Go.
Do your
Your goat impression.
Go
do
impression.
your well your secret talent. Eman's secret talent is that he can baa like a goat. Do it
I
again.
got in trouble for that.
I told you guys, right?
When?
Well, a long time ago, like somebody thought that it was like heard it and they're like, "That's a mating goat." And then they're like, my parents were like, "Oh, that sounds like a mating goat." We know what goats sound like. They do not sound like that. Like I know what a mating goat sounds like. It does not sound like that. Like legit.
Still do it again, E-Man. The goat. I cannot.
The last time he did it, we were rolling on the floor, literally.
I literally was about
She
to pee
was
my
crying.
pants. I was like, bro, you need to not do this to me. And I think I was like in full dress, ready to film, and Leo was like, can we be serious? And we're like,
"Ghoul." Ghoul.
didn't we
Amen.
start or end like this last time too? Yeah, just on the floor dying. And Anissa's like, this is my mother. Look at her. Thank you guys for coming to the Chingona Chisme hour. Love and light. Yeah, Anissa, close out the Chingona Chisme hour.
Thanks everyone for stepping in and watching the Chingona Chisme hour.
She did not just say Chingona. Girl,
I'm really glad I was here. Hope you guys enjoyed.
she's like,
Till next time.
Until next time.
Stays on your P's and B's, baby. Promise.